I'm DDenard Jones. I am a social media analyst as well as account manager for several public figures here in Atlanta. I am also the social media account manager and brand manager behind the Preach AFM hashtag for our Pastor Arthur F. Mosley. I also am serve as the media director for the Life Church under the leadership of Dr. Terrence A. Merritt. How did I know this was a God investment? Well, first of all, prayer. And second of all, I began to experience a lot of discomfort in what it is that I was doing. I was working a 9 to 5 job last year this time, working for another organization, a major hospital here in Atlanta. Started off as a great opportunity, but I knew that that wasn't where the Lord wanted me. I knew that there was more to me, but because of how I was raised and all that I was taught, man, I can't, if you don't work, you don't eat. Every man gotta have his own job. All of those things. I always thought a job meant working for someone else, working for another organization, and that it didn't include my gifts and my talents of doing what I love to do. It began to become very frustrating for me. So I began to pray, began to seek the Lord, began to fast, and the more I prayed, the more I fasted, the more miserable I became. I would literally go to work and cry in the elevator, going up to my floor. I would cry in the elevator and say, Lord, just please get me out of this. And sure enough, in October, you have to be careful what you pray. Because in October, I lost that job. October of last year, I lost that job. A month later, well, actually, I just began to tap into my gifts to survive, which were making graphics. And then that opened doors for social media, things that I had been doing for a couple of years. And I had a friend of my sister, Rosita, and a couple of other people, I don't want to call names. A lot of people were like, you're onto something. You have a gift here. You don't need to work a job. This is your gift. And I'm saying to them, this don't pay nothing. Like church don't pay. And they would just say, you're onto something. And so long story short, the Lord literally used my gift for social media and graphics and put me before great men. That opened the door for me to be media director as contract with the Life Church. I got a call in December for that opportunity, and I've been working the project ever since, and God has blessed and opened doors that I could have never imagined that He would. But it came from that word. Good and bad, I've encountered all kinds of stuff. Good. We'll talk about the good first. Good. I used to hate Mondays. And my aunt, Shawanis Ash, who is an entrepreneur as well, she and my uncle DDenard, they both made a post, two different posts that stuck out to me. Said, once you do what you love to do, you'll never hate Mondays again. And I was sitting at my desk at my old job like, Jesus, I would love to know what that feels like, because I hated it, especially for those of us who go to church all weekend. Mondays were miserable. And so in doing what I do, I don't even go to sleep on Sunday nights. I stay up all night and work and realize at 7 a.m. it's Monday morning and I'm happy. I haven't been asleep in 24 hours, but I'm happy because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. That's one of the pleasures of being an entrepreneur, is that you get to make your own schedule. You work from home. I work from the comfort of my own home unless I'm going to a location. But most of all, there's a sense of ease. And although there are a lot of practical stresses that come with entrepreneurship, it doesn't touch the sense of ease of being in God's will. Make sure that that's the will of God for your life if you're interested in entrepreneurship. The bad is sometimes you have to learn, and learning costs. It can cost you a lot of money. It can cost you a lot of opportunities. But you gotta take it with the good. Sometimes you had to learn the hard way to iron out all the kinks before you go into a project. You have to learn the hard way to ask for a deposit up front before you go into a project. You had to learn the hard way how to balance your time, manage your time. Those are some of the rough challenges that I've had. My mindset during the process was this: Father, if it's your will, then you make it happen. Because clearly I can't do this my way. This is too risky for me to do my way, and I'm still learning. And let me just say this: I've not arrived. I don't know an entrepreneur who has arrived. it's always a learning process. You're always learning more. And so I'm still learning to just let God do this. I'm learning that my entrepreneurship doesn't belong to me. It absolutely belongs to God. And that is the difference between an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur that's saved, and a young entrepreneur that's not. You have to be sensible. You have to be sensitive and keen to the voice of God. The voice that calls you into entrepreneurship is the voice that's going to teach you and talk you through it. And so that's kind of what my thought process has always been with this whole entrepreneurship thing. My encouragement for the viewers: walk according to the will of God. Because if you don't, you will waste your time, you will waste your money, you will waste your energy. To save your money. Save your money before you go into this. If you know that this is what you want to do, save your money up before you go into it. That's a key piece of encouragement that I wish somebody had told me before I did this. Always, 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 always be realistic. Never count your eggs before they hatch. Don't, because not every idea or opportunity materializes. So you have to be realistic. Again, I'm the Media Mogul, DDenard Jones. You can follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at DDenard Jones, the Media Mogul.